What is up, my friends, and welcome to my Meepo Hurricane review. Now, I've had this board for about 5 or 6 weeks now. I've put in 130 miles on this electric skateboard in the last 5 or 6 weeks, and I couldn't be in more like bliss. I couldn't be in more love with this skateboard. I come from riding. I've never purchased an electric skateboard before. This is my first one, so my review will be coming from a perspective of an old school skateboarder. I mean, I also ride a one wheel. I have 1,400 miles ridden on a one wheel XR, so it'll come from that kind of background. I'm also a snowboarder, and I'm also previously in recent decades. I'm old. I was an auto mechanic and helicopter mechanic in the late 90s, early 2000s. So I'll be giving you my review from that kind of perspective. You know, if you guys want to know like exact specs, numbers, and stuff like that, this is not that kind of review. You can easily just go right to the Meepo Hurricane website and they'll inform you on the exact numbers, you know, as far as, you know, weight. It's about 35 pounds. Speaking of weight, I carry this. I don't really carry it much. I take this board with me to work, and on my lunch breaks, I go riding out in town, stuff like that. And you know, I send screenshots to my friends during the day. I just love this thing. It's not really that heavy. I kind of carry it like this, you know, like a machine gun. I tell my friends, or you can just, you know, I mean, there's ways you can hold it really easily. It's not too bad. It's tall, it's long. Boy, when you're on this board, it's so stable. And we'll get into the stability of this board. I mean, you feel so secure on this board, even at really high speeds. I guess that's where these boards separate themselves from like the lower end models. For the cheaper, you know, models, like this board goes. I purchased it for $1,700, and I heard like late last year there was like a holiday sale where these boards were going for $1,300. That's incredible. I mean, I paid $2,200 last year for a one wheel XR, and this board just does circles around that. This is like premium, you know, a top tier board. And when you compare this skateboard to other boards in its class, it hangs right there with the top, you know, top of the line boards like the Haitian boards that cost like another like $500 to $1,000 more than this board. This board really holds its own. Now I can only talk about this board, so I'm not going to be bringing up other boards, you know, except for my one wheel XR. That's the only comparisons I have. So let's start with, like I said, stability. Alright, if you see how this compares to like a regular toy skateboard, man, this is like a serious, you know, personal electric vehicle. You got double kingpin trucks on this board. Double kingpin meaning you have two sets of bushings right here. Two sets of bushings as compared to a regular skateboard has one, or even like a regular electric skateboard. The lower end models just have one. And this gives you just more carving ability at lower speeds, more agility, you know, and at higher speeds it gives you more stability. And we're gonna go over really quickly what they include in your package. Now, I had originally made an unboxing video on my GoPro and I deleted it by accident, so I don't have that. The packaging, the Meepo comes in like this amazing, well protected like suitcase box. It was really well packaged. So they give you two sets of wheels when you buy the Meepo 2-in-1 package. They give you the 90mm wheels, which are really good for like the most perfect ideal street conditions, you know, smooth roads. Other than that, you're really gonna feel every bump and crack and crevice and bump, and it'll give you foot fatigue really quickly, at least from my old ass, you know. So for initial $200, I purchased these cloud wheels, I just got these cloud wheels. You know, the making of this video was my first run using these wheels, if you see the footage here. And I chose to check out this trail by me that has lots of potholes and cracks and bumps, just to test out the smoothness and the agility. So they give you these 90 mils, which I mean, they look really nice on the board. And they're really smooth, and you get like the most overall like mileage with them, range, electric range, and you got these like 150 mil rubber pneumatic tires, 50 psi. These, you're not going to get a more stable feel on the road, but these are great all-terrain tires. You feel like you're on train tracks. Really solid, rigid feel. You know what I mean? Comfortable when you're hitting the bumps, and absorbs everything. Really good. For me personally, since I come from like a one-wheel riding background where my rides are really airy and carvy and floaty. Those of you that want that kind of feel, the Cloud wheels, these are 120s. Like I said, they were $200 on the Meepo website. Holy crap, I'm in love with these wheels. I'm not going to be changing out wheels anymore. And speaking about changing out wheels, it's very simple. Meepo gives you this T-tool, which is very convenient, especially those of you that don't have like a toolbox readily available in your homes. It has 3 different socket sizes to make adjustments on the pulling off wheels, tightening and loosening trucks, and even like the mounting brackets. There's an Allen key and a Phillips even in here as well. Very handy tool that Meepo gives you. Now the board has grip tape going across the entire board, and it's got this little contour here that really allows your foot, man. Your foot can, and you can see that. Your foot kind of sets in here and braces yourself for the amount of torque and power that this board has. It's nothing I've ever experienced before. Obviously, it's really powerful. This board will launch you from 0 to 25 miles an hour in like less than 3 seconds if you can just hold on to it. And with your balance, it's powerful, man. There's 4 different settings, and we'll talk about the settings in a second. You got these contours right here. It's kind of like a curve, like a C. Oh man, it's beautiful. Your feet fit right in here on the front and in the back. You just dig in and carve and hold on, man. It's really friggin' stable too. Here's your motors in the back. These are belt-driven motors. You can see right here, belt-driven. The motor, the gear hooks up to the belt, power, direct power to the wheels. So this is instant power. It's like having 2 superchargers hooked up to your wheels, 1 on each side, 3,500 watts each. And you can order a custom sticker. Meepo will let you order your own custom number, but I decided not to do that. I think they want to charge you $50 to add a sticker here, but something like that. Not really a sticker, but like a custom finish paint job. I wanted my own customization logo because I usually have this thing with you get a boat, you name your boat. Well, with my boards, I name my boards, and this board is called 1.21 gigawatts. So carbon fiber all around, solid. I'm telling you, this thing is great on the road. With these tires, man, I feel like these wheels are really agile compared to the other 2 sets of wheels. I can see why people don't like these Cloud wheels. It's either you love or hate them. You just gotta understand what they're made for. They have like this. They're a hybrid all-terrain wheel, and it's kind of has like this V-shape treading on it. So as you like lean on the board and carve, it gives you like this extra carving ability, and it's got like this I don't know, this core inside, like this gear core surrounded by the rubber. I don't know, man. It's just I could tell this is probably some patented design. It provides a really smooth ride. I love it, and it's an airy feel and very agile, and it absorbs the bumps surprisingly well. I love these wheels. I feel like the delivery is even more punchy than the pneumatic big tires. I love it. Now this board will get scratched up at times. So what I do is, the carbon fiber underneath is going to get scratched. So what I do is, here's an example of, I don't know if you guys can see a scratch right here, but I've covered up scratches in the past, so you can't even tell with the camera probably. Even with the naked eye, I can't even tell where I've patched them up. But I use a black, high quality acrylic paint marker, and I just go over the scratch. with a paint mark, man, just like that. And you know, when that dries, it's gonna be hard for you to see it, and it's, I guess it overall just protects the board from further damage. That's what I believe anyway. That's what I do. What else? They give you a set of wrenches, Allen keys, everything you need, manual. They give you an extra tube for your tire. They give you, you know, the belts that you need. Each set of wheels, each rear set of wheels will include the gears and the belts, which is not hard at all to change out. You can find videos on YouTube. You know, if you can put together like an 8-year-old's jigsaw puzzle, you can change out a wheel in, you know, about 3 or 4 minutes per wheel. It doesn't take long to change out your wheels, and each wheel gives you a different riding experience. You know, really cool. I love that aspect about this board. You know, each wheel just has its own characteristics, gives you a different, you know, different fun, and it's just a matter of personal preference, what you personally like. You know, now the remote control, I love it. The only problem I have is that if you're a righty, if you want to hold it in your right hand, I don't suggest. It's not going to work, because you're going to inadvertently hit these buttons by accident with your fingers by holding it. That's the only thing I don't like about this. So you really have to hold it with your left hand, and you have 4 speed settings. You know, your newbie first setting, your second setting is when you graduate the first setting, and the third setting is where you got most people probably, you know, will sit at like the cruiser setting at speed 3, and if you want superior, you know, performance and torque, you go with speed 4, which is where I keep it at. And you also have 4 different brake strengths: brake 1, brake 2, brake 3, brake 4. I keep it at brake 2. I don't need it too strong, you know. I like it right in the middle, but I will experiment sometimes with 3. I guess having the ability to stop a little harder if you need to for an emergency is always a good idea. So I'm going to practice more with speed 3. This is just an incredible board. I'm getting about 30 miles per charge, and when you get low on battery, when you're out there on the road, I experienced this firsthand. I had your hand receiver will start vibrating profusely when when you're down to like your last couple of miles of range. So that means if you start hearing or feeling your receiver vibrating on you, that means you turn around and get home. Otherwise, you're going to be foot kicking the rest of the way. Well, I can say that it's a real stable ride as compared to my one wheel. Going from, you know, I don't have the fear of like nose diving, and at the higher speeds, you just feel like you're secure up there. And the way the board is shaped, you know, it makes it so comfortable on long trips, on long rides, and you just feel, you know, secure up there. You could take a nap at 15 to 20 miles an hour. That's how stable you are standing up on this board. You know, I love it. And I guess, you know, with these type of things, you get what you pay for. So if you can swing one of the top tier boards, I would say just go with that first. Because if you buy, like, you know, if you're like an older guy like me, if you go with like a lower end model, like a Meepo Shuffle, I'm sure they're awesome boards, $500-600. You may be bored with that, you know, in a few months. I guess you could always sell them, but you know, I guess it's a world of difference. 2 humongous different price budgets. So I can't, you know, I can only vouch, I can always say for what I have. And this is like really for what I want to use it for. It's for street transportation and for some light, you know, dirt trail fun. This thing really delivers. I have a one-wheel GT coming, so in the future I want to do some comparison videos and see how this stacks up with the one-wheel GT, which is like an extra, like over $1,000 more than this board. I would love to see, you know, I mean, granted it's totally different experiences, but I'm just curious to see what you get for, you know, $3,200 as compared to what you get from, you know, something like this, which is $1,700. You know, yeah, man, I'm very happy with this board, and I plan on doing some more follow-up videos. I'm going to be hitting up a lot of trails and destination spots in my local area with the board, with my one wheel. We'll be doing some comparison videos, one wheel versus the Meepo Hurricane, like pros and cons. and then I want to do a comparison with when I eventually get my one-wheel GT. So if you guys like that kind of content, hit that subscribe button for more, and I hope you got something from this review. I hope I covered everything I wanted to cover, because I didn't write out a review for this video. I usually like write out like a script for my reviews, and this one I just wanted to wing it. I don't know why. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll talk to you again real soon on the next one. Peace out.